Okay, so I would like for the record to be known. Um, if nobody knew this already about me, fuck, I don't know. Hang on. Yep. Nope, we gotta go here. Okay, so if you guys didn't know, I'm a very big fan of Destiny 2. I played the beta, and like for a good bit, I honestly didn't care for the game because it just, I don't know, there was something about it that just, in a way, I guess, drove me away from it. However, however, last year was the year that I really kind of came back to playing it because it got to a point to where they started making a bunch of changes and they changed how the different subclasses worked and interacted with each other. And so I eventually started playing Titan, and I've enjoyed my time playing as Titan. I'm going to be honest. I was a hunter main when I first began playing Destiny 2, and I am now officially more of a Titan guy because I thoroughly enjoy it. Now, don't get me wrong. If I wanted to play Hunter or Warlock, I could, but honestly, if I ever run raids or anything, I always go with Titan. Um, do I need to go and run raids with all my characters? No. Um, but if need be, whenever I gotta play whatever fucking character I have to, I will. Um, but that is not the reason as to why. I'm gonna drop this down a little bit. There we go. It seemed like I don't know why. I just felt like I was fucking bigger for some weird reason. Okay, so that's not the reason as why I'm making this video. I'm making this video because I feel as though Bungie has literally just made an injustice against this weapon, and I am pissed about it. Like, I am actually a little heated about it. Now, why am I heated about it? Because I have just read the notes, patch notes that Destiny 2 have put out, Bungie have put out for leading up into Season 20, which is the beginning of Lightfall, which I'm excited for, I'm ready for. I still need to pre-order it, but it is what it is. So, they have just released the patch notes, which I'm going to go find right now. Oh, here we go. Okay. All right. Here we go. All right. So, let's start off with right here. This is where we're going to begin. We're going to begin right here. You probably saw this coming. Linear fusion rifles outperform other heavy weapons for boss damage by a wide margin and have had plenty of time in the sun. We're bringing them down enough for other options to compete. At the same time, exotic heavy linear fusion rifles don't do enough to justify using over a legendary, so they're not affected by this nerf. I I don't know. I don't know why. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I've enjoyed my time using the Typon. I've loved it. Like, it's honestly been one of those. And don't get me wrong, if I need to use Sleeper Stimulate for something, I'll use Sleeper Stimulate for something. But honestly, that linear fusion rifle is just so good, and it fits in the heavy category because again, I can use other things. Because what I'll go back to in a second, because I have to swap the input every time. Um, and we need to pull this back up. Okay, there we go. So, and then that'll drop down. Yep. Okay, there we go. So we'll go there. We'll go there. I'll have to move the camera so many fucking times. So roll with me on it. This has honestly been such a good weapon. Uh, and mine is I have triple tap on there, which if you rapidly land precision hits, you get 1 round back. So it's like you can literally hit precision shots on the shit. You're literally getting ammo back. Focus Fury, half the magazine's precision damage grants bonus damage. Like, come on, that's good. So then that way I can use things like my Callus mini tool, and then that leaves open a spot for me to use things like Revision Zero Or if I wanted to take another linear fusion rifle, I could take Arbalest. Now, Arbalest didn't get touched at all either, which kind of shocks me, but I guess it doesn't because it takes special ammo. That might be the case. And then I have things like the Huckleberry, and then that's literally my old reliable right there. If, like, in a nutshell, that is old reliable for me. And so is Callus Mini Tool. I'm currently working on my Emmett. It is a fine auto rifle, but you need to level the fuck out of it. And then we had the Manicore, but Manicore actually next season might have a little bit of, like, make more sense in a way. So let's go back to the patch notes real quick. I need to go. Okay, so there's that. Machine guns are basically getting the same treatment in PvE and PvP, which, fine, whatever. Honestly, I don't understand why people would need to use a machine gun in PvP, because honestly, you can use other things in PvP. Heavy grenade launchers haven't been touched in a while and are substantially below some other heavy options for damage. On top of that, grenade launcher projectiles have travel time. Yeah, I will say, like, the grenade launchers have been a little difficult to use, but, like, in a way, I've been working with it a little bit, so it's not terrible. I mean, alright, I'm fine with it. Shotguns, I don't really use shotguns a whole lot. Like, I have one shotgun that I'm working on, and not gonna lie, I don't care for using it, and it's the Ragnarhala D, whatever the hell it's called. I'll have to find a picture of it or something. Kinetic weapons are basically getting more damage, which, you know, that'll basically mean my Night Watch will be even more useful, because that one I'm running, what do I have on there? Subsistence and explosive payload. Okay, with accurized rounds and corkscrew rifling. So good, really good, like it. I've only killed 13 people in Crucible with it, so there's that for you as well. Next up, exotics. We're gonna talk about exotics real quick. Queensbreaker. I don't care who you are. The Queensbreaker bow is not. It's not it, Chief. I don't care who you are. Ruinous Effigy, I don't think I have. I don't think I've unlocked. I don't even know what the Ruinous Effigy is, to be honest with you. Oh, I do have it. Okay, so alright. What's Ruinous Effigy getting? Feels very voidy, and slamming the transmutation sphere was an obvious place to put an additional effect. Transmutation sphere slam attack now suppresses. Okay, so that'll give you a reason to go play my Warlock. All right, cool. Leviathan's breath buff from a few seasons back inadvertently reduced the PvP damage enough that it could no longer one-hit players and with their supers with a headshot. We fixed that, but also added volatile and increased the damage versus champion substantially to highlight its anti-champion rule. Now applies volatile on perfect draw impact, increases damage from 396 to 442. This allows it to once again one-hit all supers in PvP. So that basically means Leviathan's breath. That's a bow. Where's it at? Oh fuck, where is it? Shit. Where is Leviathan's breath? I thought I had it. Did I? I didn't think I did. Yeah, no, I don't. Okay. How do you even get it, though? Exotic archive at the tower. Okay, okay. Okay, so that's one of those I can go get. Fires a massive heavy bolt that stuns unshielded. Leviathan's Sigh. When fully drawn, the bolt creates a large concussive blast that knocks combatants back. Okay. Alright, so okay. Reduce the PvP. Alright, so... yeah, basically the bow's gonna one-hit, so if anybody has Leviathan's Breath, or if they want to go get Leviathan's Breath, they can. And basically one-hit people, so in a way, basically have... energy... Arbalest. There you go. 1K Voices was briefly a top pick in Season 14, but has been eclipsed by other options since then. We want to lean even more into a chain of solar explosions by adding Scorch, and with the global heavy weapon changes, it also a strong option. If you have Ember of Ashes equipped, landing a full burst on a single target will trigger an ignition immediately. Exact results may vary depending on whether other players are also scorching a target. Each explosion now applies 10 plus 5 with Ember of Ashes, Scorch stacks. And I know for a fact I don't have 1K Voices. I know that one for a fact. Yeah. And you get this one from Last Wish. So I got a... yep. It gives me a reason to run Last Wish now. Sunshot I have was a top candidate for applying 10 plus 5, which I'm fine with that, but am I really going to be using Sunshot when I have Gallus Mini Tool? Not really, but Polaris Lance has a 40 plus 20, which you have to like be constantly precise with it, so I don't know. But it's got such a low fire rate and it's slow as fuck. Two-Tailed Fox has tough competition as a heavy exotic weapon, but now it's the only weapon that can apply subclass verbs from multiple damage types without extra steps. Solar Rockets can now apply 60 plus 30 Scorch stacks instead of burn. The Void Rocket already applies Suppress, and the Catalyst completes the trifecta. So, this is something that was just pointed out. You guys don't know. Two-Tailed Fox does not have a catalyst. So, if anybody like didn't pay attention, there's a catalyst coming for Two-Tailed Fox, and honestly, I'm kind of excited for it. I'm in for it. Because this was one of those weapons where it's like, damn, I really wish I could have a reason to use it, but I don't. Bungie's like, okay. So, yeah. We're getting a catalyst for it, and I'm excited. I'm all in for it. Prometheus Lens has utility with the Solar 3.0 rework, but we wanted to give it something more spectacular on kills in addition. Added the incandescent perk to the catalyst. That's another one where I think the catalyst already has, and I gotta make sure, but the catalyst should already have incandescent. And this Prometheus Lens we're talking about. Oh, I don't have the catalyst for it. Found in strikes, so I gotta go do strikes. So I don't know what the catalyst is for it. So there's that. Oops. Go back to my lovely Titan here. Grand Overture's latest buff, increasing the missile damage by 50%, brought it up plenty. It just needed its blind update to tie in with Arc 3.0. Switched to Catalyst to use Arc Blind. So Grand Overture, which I don't have, which I gotta go get from the tower. So I guess we'll go do that real quick. May as well. Anything else? Hipfire with the Mana Core. When that happens, it happens. I don't care. Strand, Osmosis now works with Strand. Um, Elemental Capacitor's gonna get an ability with subclass with Strand, which I'm fine with it. So that honestly will kind of make using that and the Mana Core useful in a way. So we'll see. Rework to non-vaulted glass weapons, which cool with it. I don't have any vaulted glass weapons. Nobody will run vaulted glass with me. Eager's Edge had a rework. Blinding grenades. Honestly, I'm fine with this because I felt as though blinding grenades were kind of like useless in a way. And this is this is it. This is the one that I'm actually kind of pissed about because Vice Stinger is one of the most desirable origin traits in the game, particularly but not only on linear fusion rifles. So they literally called out the fucking Typon on this, to the point where it makes it hard for non-Vice weapons to compete. It needed some adjustments. With this change, it's still valuable, but more in line with other origin traits. This was typically a full reload when the perk activated. It now reloads 25% of the magazine. I don't fucking understand why Bungie had to literally dismantle a weapon that I've spent a long ass time working on upgrading, and now it's just basically useless in a way. Okay, so we're going to look at the Grand Overture, which I think is in my vault. Thunderlord. Yep, there it is, Grand Overture. So, missile targets will blind combatants. Those defeated by missile impacts will then explode. So, going back to the patch notes, what did it say about Grand Overture? What was that? Increasing the missile damage by 50%. Brought it up plenty. It just needed its blind update to tie in. Switch to Catalyst to use Arc Blind. Okay, so the Catalyst is going to have Arc Blind with it too. So we're getting more stability, more handling, and it's going to blind combatants, which honestly cool. I think it would make that a bit more viable with Arc 3.0 builds. So yeah. So yeah, I mean honestly, as far as like the new season goes, I'm very excited for it. I'm ready for it. I think it's gonna have. I think it's gonna be good. Now, as far as like a lot of the weapons go, I've kind of seen some of them, and it just, I don't know. I don't know. The new glaive they got's kind of cool.
Perhaps a barter is warranted.
What do I have here? 78. Let's do the 80. Okay. Cool. Because I was actually playing Duality earlier, and I was just getting fucking wrecked on Duality. Like, that was not fun at all. And everybody's like, oh, you need to use Void, and it's like, no, I kind of want to use the Solar. It's not. I don't know. Let's, fuck it. May as well just try to give it a shot for running Duality. Try to at least get through the first boss fight. Use the galley. I wouldn't really think that'd be worthwhile. Yeah, we'll try the galley. And I've got the parasite too, so I just need to level it up.
So who won?
I don't think anybody won, man.
Not bad. Don't stop fighting. We all appreciate it.
It gets annoying. It gets so goddamn annoying. But I mean, the other thing too, Lament's kind of pretty good. I don't know.
Forget what I was doing. Earth's a good place. Worth fighting for.
I don't need it. Because, you know, there's mine. Literally about ready to be damn near useless. Don't need that. Don't need that. It's a nice intellect spike, but... I just need the masterwork. Heart of the Most Light. That's literally all I have to do, and my Titan is literally going to be fucking OP. Galley doesn't have an exotic catalyst.